Hello, wholesale real estate fans. I'm here in front of a house in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and a very interesting conversation that I just had with an owner. Now, this house is very interesting because it is pretty much your typical wholesale play. You can see the roof. What does that tell you? What does it tell you when the roof is sunken a little bit? Well, most of you go, well, duh, there's foundation issues. Yes. You can look at the porch right here, and you can see issues here, all the way back. Now, this house needs complete redone outside. It's going to need new windows. This was a lady who owned the house. I met her just a few minutes ago, and she was actually gifted this house from her mom. She lived in it when she was much younger, and didn't even know it at the time. So that she was gifted. In the back, you can see. So when you're looking at houses, you have to determine before you price it, what are we talking about? What's the price? Now, here's an addition to the garage. The garage has been done in, so now this house is maybe 12 to 1,400 square feet with the garage that's been turned into an extra bedroom. It's got a decent lot. But here I'm looking at this, and I'm also looking at significant roof insulation repairs, and then inside, it's stripped down to the drywalls. It's a lot of old drywall in there that needs to be replaced, and the kitchen has been totally dismantled. The cabinets are in there, but they all need to be refinished. Now, the homeowner, here's the psyche that you're dealing with. The homeowner here told me that she wanted 38, maybe 35,000, and she was going to close it in 2 weeks. And then the big thing that I found out from her was just simply, she doesn't have to sell. She'll sell if it's a good idea. Well, if it's a good idea right there, it tells us that there's not the urgency, and there's not the urgency in a wholesale deal. What you're going to do is be dealing with the very true issue that you're not going to get that at a price that a wholesaler would want to make it, and you can make it spread. This house is not insurable. So you've got to have a wholesaler who has cash to be able to pay for this. Now, that's a big thing when you're learning how to do this. What kind of condition is the house really in? If someone could do a subject to or run it through a loan, it gives you more options, but it also slows down the process. So inside this house, it's definitely been torn down. It's really a mess. As a matter of fact, as wholesale houses go, I would put this in a wholesale ugly house for sure. Now, it's not like a bomb hit it like some of them I've seen. So it's slightly above that. So what would I say the value of this house is? Maybe 60 cents on the dollar. Maybe. She believes that she can get somebody in here because she owns 5 other houses, and she's done this before, that she can get somebody. She gave me the number to fix it inside for $3,000. I estimate 20 to 25, and I'm right and she's not. Now, if she has somebody, and I told her, if you have somebody who you can get to fix this house for $3,000, she was sincere about it. You can be sincere and sincerely wrong. Then go ahead. What I'm doing is I'm putting some doubt in her mind, because there should be, because I would like to make an offer on this house. But the other thing that is getting in front is she believes, and she stated that she's a savvy investor. She knows what she's doing. She owns 5 other rentals, and it's going to be her terms or no terms. In that case, that would be 15-day inspection and then close. Well, I've told her what I do is I'll find the right kind of buyer and people to buy this house. Now, what I'm trying to do is simply test out to see how adamant she really is, how serious she really is, how savvy she really is. I'm going to reach out, thank her for meeting me. I'm trying to build trust and rapport. When you get trust and rapport, you're 60% of the way to inking the deal. Now, there's no guarantee that you will get the deal, but you're 60% of the way. So I met with her today knowing she told me today exactly what she said before. And the house is in much worse shape. And that's why it's important for you to look at the house. This is a true wholesale play. And then you have several wholesale plays right across the street. There's a boarded up one, and there's one that's being worked on. And then the blue one down there was vacant since 1984, and somebody just moved in. This is a rougher part of the neighborhood. Now, interesting, about less than a mile away, is the other house that I put under contract here in Tulsa, in a much different area. So what does it tell me about this area in Tulsa? That you can only go out a quarter to a half at the most to do comps. Wouldn't go out any further than that. So why it's important that you know the areas, because you can get duped by paying too much because you look at the comparables. This house has major structural work, major inside work. There's no way she's going to get anybody to pay $35,000. She told me $35,000 and what comparables are going, so that's what I want for it. Well, the house is a wholesale play. So if that's the case, and you did at 60 cents on the dollar, that wholesale house for 35 maybe goes from 18 to 22. Now you're talking. You can come in there and find that spread. You can work that out as a wholesaler. You can get paid based on the comps. We're going to do a little work tonight. We're going to show you what I do, and on some artificial intelligence on the computer to figure this out, and that'll be our next video. So, would I buy this for 35? She said 38, then she went down to 35. I was still gagging, but I'm polite. So I didn't say anything, but I smiled. And I did tell her that if you can get somebody to fix this for $3,000, do it. See, I was conditioning her for a lower bid. And it may be way lower than she wants, but who knows? See, one of the things is that buyers are liars, so are sellers. So we're going to find out how adamant she is about that. But this is a typical wholesale play. And the outside, it looks better from the curb than it actually is when you get that close. So there's a lot of work to do. 60 cents on the dollar, probably pay 18 to 22,000. She wants 35 to 38. And you're saying you don't have a deal, and you're right, I don't. And that's fine. But I have taught you how to do it. So take it home. This is exactly how you get into wholesale properties.